Welcome kings and queens to Timeless Chat. This is your girl Tamika back again with another video. On this platform we talk about things that happen in everyday life, things we want to uplift ourselves from, and things that's happening in our community that we can enjoy among each other. Now we're talking about money. How do we teach our kids at a young age about money? And why do the rich teach their kids about money, value about money, and the opportunity that money gives to them? For instance, taking a vacation, buying a new car, buying a house, all these things that they want to live up to, the luxury that they like. They can have that, but they need to know the value of money or the option that money gives them at a young age, so they can have a better understanding of how they want to live their life and what is money, the importance of money. Everyone know that money is not taught in school. We never learn anything about money in school, the value of money and how money works in school. So how do we teach our kids about money? Most of us does learn, like myself, we learn about money as we grow, and some of the things we catch on to with other people who have businesses and partners and all those asset things. But how can we teach our young kids about money and the importance of the value of money so they can have the freedom that they want? Now, the first thing is they have to learn about asset and liability. Liability, that take money out of your pocket. Asset is what bring money into your pocket. For example, if you have a house and you rent that house out, that house is bringing money into your pocket at some point in time. Now, if you buy a new car, that car is taking money out of your pocket. So you're not gaining anything from buying a brand new car. You're losing money. And you're constantly losing money because you have to pay your monthly payment on the car, and you have to pay the insurance. So you're losing money. So how do you put the money back? Now, the reason why a lot of rich people teach their kids about liability and asset is because they want them to have the financial freedom. And financial freedom meaning they don't have to constantly worry about money, because they're using the asset that they build along the way to make more asset, more money coming in for them, and they use that asset to buy their liabilities. So they're paying $0 on their liabilities. Now, it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3 to teach a child, but as I said, with structure, and we keep teaching them the basic things, they will learn on their own as time go by what they want and what they see the value of money is. Money has value to us, and the option that money can bring to us if we use it the right way. Now, for example, you have two young ladies and they tend to get the same paycheck. They have the same morals. They go out, and one of them tend to spend her money wisely, and the other one spend their money like this. The first one, she spent her money by, she get a paycheck, she put her money in the bank, she take half of that, pay her bills, buy her grocery, buy her necessaries, and she take the other half and she put it down. Now, the other girl, on the other hand, she got her paycheck. She take her money, she get partying with her friend, buying a new outfit, getting her hair done and her nails done. And then maybe go out for a little bit and pay some of her bills. So she tend to have all those bills for the following month. On the other hand, the next girl, she does the same thing over and over again for 1 year. So she have a certain amount of money put away in the bank. What she tend to do, turn around, use that money that she have left in the bank, that she been saving for a year, and buy an asset. She buy that asset and put that asset to work. Meaning she bought like a car and she have somebody driving it as a Uber. She making money off that. Now, okay, she have an asset that's making her a little bit of money coming in. So she continues saving that money and making more money on top of that money and buy another asset and buy another car, making more Uber drivers out there, making more money coming into her. So this girl tends to keep doing her routine, buying stuff, partying, having these things, but no money coming in. And if she do get her money coming in, the first thing she do, she will go shopping, buy brand name stuff. So she's not making no extra nothing because she's just thinking about that moment to just party. Well, this person is thinking wisely. They're thinking about their future. They're thinking about their kids. And they saving all that money, making extra, got all that. So within that time, 10-year frame, this person ended up become rich. And the next person is still in the same place that they were 10 years ago because they have not learned the value of their money. They don't know that even though we both had the same job, they both had the same job, but one was more wiser with their money spending and the other was just doing their thing. So because of that, it affects us over time, and it seemed like it's a rolling cycle because we're not teaching our kids about money and they're not learning about money in school. In fact, half the stuff we learn in school, we don't even use it in the real world. So how do we get our kids to learn about money if we're not the one who's teaching them? Because a lot of the rich people, that's how they teach their kids. They teach their kids about money. But what are we teaching our kids? To go to school, get an education, get a good job, start a family, have a house. That's it. What else are we teaching our kids to know the value of money? So if they want to start a business, they start a business by educating themselves first, then go into the business, not jump into a business because their friend is telling them the idea and not do their homework on it. So that's where I want to get at. They need to, it's like going to school, but you actually have a different way of being educated and being street smart and know the value of money. So when you do get your education, you can put the two together and become a millionaire or somebody who is in the middle class area, but you can live comfortable and you don't have to worry about money. People have nice cars, nice things, nice values, but what they do to get that nice car and nice value, they are not spending their hard earning money. They're spending money from their asset, and that asset is what's giving them all that extra funds so they can have playtime, because that's what they're calling it. It's like playtime for them. So they have the big car and the big Lamborghini and all these things. But most of them, if you watch or listen to a rich person, they always tell you they never had money before. They used to eat one day, one noodles, one soup. They sacrificed a lot to get where they are. So they didn't, most of them did not get rich overnight. They learned the value of money and how to make money work for them and learn about the tax system. Because trust me, the tax system help a lot to make your business grow. So a lot of small business does not get anywhere because they don't learn the value of money and they don't know a lot about their taxes and all the tax write-off they can get. Because it's not like somebody's going to come to you and teach you. You have to go out there and research and learn about these things on your own. And it comes back to, how do we teach ourselves and try to include our kids in that? What we can do is, when we're paying our bills, let the kids come around. Let them see how much you pay for light. Let them see how you pay for this. Let them see what you're doing, what the finance budget is. So they can understand what is finance and what is a budget. Or give them a budget of their own when they're doing chores throughout the house, like taking out the garbage, spreading their bed. Give them money and let them pay you rent. And then they will understand what it is They might not have understand the big part of the picture, but you're teaching them and you're growing them how to understand money and what the value of money is and how to use it wisely. A lot of rich people tend to make their kids get a regular job. I've seen Obama let his daughter get a regular job. It was like a deli she was working in for the summer. And most rich people let their kids get a regular job because they want them to see how it is to have a regular 9 to 5 job and how is it to be a, a, a boss. So they let them see the both worlds so they can understand the value of what they want in at an early age. Like, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 job. I want to be a boss where I control how my money work, or if I want to sit in the office and do this all day, or I can go on vacation while I'm still making money. So they take that time to teach their kids the both values and how is it important to learn both ways, so that way you understand money and why is it important to not be a servant, because really and truly you're serving somebody, you're serving your boss to complete a mission of between 9 and 5, or you can be the boss and you can have the financial freedom of doing what you want and traveling how you want, because this is your life and how you choose to live it. So they always give their kids that option. Now, in a middle class family or a poor family, we don't really give our kids that kind of option because we think it's impossible for us to give them that kind of option. But really, it's not. All we doing is open their eyes to the possibility that they can do endless things. Instead of putting their head, go to school, get a job, this, show make me proud. School is important, but there's other things that can make them money. As long as they know how to maneuver themselves, they can go to school, get an education, and at the same time become a boss in a perspective where they're feeling comfortable and they're happy with. Because there's some people out there who do have 9 to 5 jobs that make billions of dollars, 100,000 a year, and they're good with that. But a lot of people who have like 80,000 a year, they barely can make ends meet, because after tax they can't survive. Most of us, what kills us in our everyday life is taxes. We can't survive because of taxes, because when they take out all these taxes out of our money, there's nothing left. So how do you survive on an income that is barely can manage your regular bills, the business side and the 9 to 5? Because if they know the business and the 9 to 5, I guarantee you they're going to want to be on the business side. I guarantee you they're going to want to get a good education, but still be on the business side. Still want to be a doctor, but I still want to have my own business on the side too. Because that way they will have some kind of asset coming in, and they don't have to be stressed out about their loan, their student loan. They don't have to be stressed out about buying their houses and all that other bills that we accumulate as time goes by, as we get older. And do have structure in their life, so that way when they start their business, they're not all over the place, they're unorganized, not knowing what to do, they didn't do their research. The business tend to fail. And it's not that they didn't have a good idea. The idea was wonderful, but it's to craft the idea, it's to build the idea to the extreme that they needed to be was not there. The idea is great, but you have to have structure. How are you going to go about a business? What do you need for the business? What tax business you need? What group of people you need with you? You need an accountant. You need the finance. You need a real estate advisor. What do you need for the business before you jump into it? A lot of us in the small community, I think that's where we make the mistake. We are jumping into this business. Oh, make us start a food company, and you jump into it, but you didn't do the research. What kind of taxes do you have to pay for this food company? What kind of financial advisor you need? What kind of accountant you need for this? What kind of lawyer? And yes, small business do need lawyers. A lot of small business don't even have a lawyer. What kind of lawyer do I need for this? I need especially most important is, what kind of financial advisor do I need that will guide me so I can build my group, a group that will help me to make my business successful. And sometimes you have to spend more before you start gaining. Daily routines that I said, make sure you're keeping them in a positive mindset. And even if they're not doing everything the right way, still cheer them on, still give them the positive motivation that they need. So when they get older and they do make mistakes, they don't feel like, oh, they get depressed and feel like they're gonna stop. Or Facebook, when it started, nobody really recognized Facebook, but look at it now. It's one of multi-billionaire company. So make sure that you're telling your kids to have patience, and trust me, it's not easy to have patience. You need some serious meditation, because you have to have patience with the people that you're working with, the group that you're building, your community that you're building. So you have to have patience with that. Then you have to, so it doesn't matter, but try to teach your kids in our community about money and the value of money and the option that money gives us, how to use it wisely and honestly, and the option it will give us as we grow and as time goes by. One of the books that I really like, and I read this book myself, I have the adult book for it, is Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read this to my kids, my 8-year-old. This is one of the books that I read to my kids. And the reason why I started reading this book is because I have the older one. I was trying to find it because I read it over and over. The books they look very old. I have it over like 5 or 6 years. But this one is very new. I have this book a year, and I read it to my kids. I just started reading it again. This is how inside of it look. I don't know if you could see it. That's how inside of the book looks. And it's pretty it's very easy to read to your kids. If you know how to, read and make it exciting, they tend to want to pay attention. This book, I just got this one for my son. Want to read this again, so I'm gonna read this to him. Maybe please subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit the notification bell and leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think, and what are a blessed day, and enjoy and uplift yourself.